Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Tailgate Tuesday, live from Eldora Speedway on NASCAR Heat 5. We are green for the second stage of the night, but it is stage 4 overall here for the 6th annual NOSSCAR Eldora Derby 150. And now it has become a 250 event here, folks. After connection issues last Tuesday, we have completed stage 1 and stage 2, and we're going to re-rack them and stack them and get them going again here for another full 150 laps with 2 more stages, and both those stages rewarding points to the top 5 finishers in each of those stages. I'm NOSSCAR CEO and founder Tyler McMurder, along with my in-race reporter, the 2022 NOSSCAR Novice Cup Series champion Alex Tesdall. He's out there in a number 98 Ford F-150. Right now, we are watching Aaron Garcia in the 24 lead the way. He is your points leader, and he's looking for that first stage win ever in his truck career at Eldora. Riding on board with the 45 of Donnie McBride Jr. He won this event 2 years ago, and he's won already one of the 3 stages we'll have in the history books for this year's event. Right now working on teammate Aiden Cody in the 40 and Dustin Hardy in the 44 as well. 3 Bold Pluto Racing trucks, all running 3rd, 4th, and 5th, and also 2nd is where the team owner for that organization runs. Sit back, kick back, relax, grab a cold can of soda, and enjoy the show. 6th annual Eldora 250 coming your way here live on NASCAR Heat 5. 24 trucks started this race, and here today for the second to last stage. We have about 19 of them left on the racetrack, rocking and rolling. Still a shot to win this thing. However, as Alex Tesdall was just mentioning to me before we went live for this broadcast, there's a number of trucks 1 lap down. Alex, can you give us a better idea as to how many trucks are trapped 1 lap down?
I think we got about 10 on the lead lap, so about half the field is a lap down right now.
Yeah, that's wild. Just goes to show you the blistering pace that Donnie McBride Jr. was able to put on there in that first stage of the night and 3rd stage of this event in entirety, because he was able to trap a lot of good trucks 1 lap down. He restarted this stage in 6th place and has already worked his way up to 3rd. It's got Landon Jenkins in the 02 just in front of him, his team owner, and then the points leader, of course, Aaron Garcia leading the way in the 24. Dustin Hardy has settled into 4th. Jordan Roughton has settled into 5th in that 18 truck. Jordan Roughton has won one of the stages here for this week. And not too far behind him is the 3 machine. Trying to figure out exactly who that is, and that is the newcomer, folks. Connor Brown, showing that he's good on the road courses last night in the Motormaster Series, showing he's pretty good on the dirt as well. Has driven his way all the way up inside of the top 10. Runs in 6th right now with Aiden Cody just behind him in 7th in that 40 machine. Sean Lucas still on the lead lap in the 32 truck. He runs in 8th. And we can confirm now that Timmy Brown is now off the racetrack and done for the day in the number 4 Toyota. Oh, never mind, he's still rolling. He's actually just parked down at the bottom of the racetrack. Frustration's beginning to boil over for the 2018 Brickyard 200 winner. He's still looking for that very first career NOSSCAR Truck Series win. There's a couple of favorites here that are done for the day. Brett Baker is another. He won one of the stages last week to kick off this event before our connection issues really took place and forced us to postpone this event until this Tuesday. So there's a lot of feel-good stories, feel-good moments going on in this event. Every year there is, but there's already a couple of them that have been extinguished in the forms of Brett Baker, Emily Sari, and Timmy Brown, and a couple of others off the racetrack done for the day. They're all still chasing Aaron Garcia, but we have a new runner-up driver, and that is the 45, Donnie McBride Jr., the 2021 winner of this event here at Eldora. Landon Jenkins is going to slip back to 3rd. Dustin Hardy having a great run, qualified strong, and he's worked his way all the way up into 4th. Not a mark on that Silverado. Jordan Roughton scored in 5th. There you see him in the 18 Toyota. found victory lane for the first time in 2023 just last night at Michigan International Speedway, and it was his third career NOSSCAR Motormaster Series win. He's now scored in 5th here at Eldora. Aiden Cody behind him in 6th. Connor Brown runs in 7th. Ethan Hoekstra in the 97 car, or excuse me, truck rather, looking pretty strong, has driven his way up inside the top 10. He has scored in 8th with Sean Lucas in the 32 running in 9th. And wait a minute. Now I'm going to need to confirm this with Alex Tesdall at some point, but I think that the 45 has lagged out of the race. I think he's had a connection issue and he is done for the day. And there you see him. He is parked at the...
Yeah.
Wow, he's parked at the far inside of the racetrack. He was up there running in 2nd. He won stage 3 of the 4 in this event. That is a heartbreaking situation. Donnie McBride, definitely the man to beat here tonight. Definitely had the ride to beat. Everyone, all eyes were on him. Everyone was watching his times during practice and qualifying. He won this event 2 years ago, and he was the favorite to do it again here in 2023. This leaves the battle for the lead between Aaron Garcia in the 24, Landon Jenkins in the 02. And it's wild to me because Landon has 3 wins in the Motormaster Series this year, but he's got none here in the Tailgate Truck Series in 2023. He's sitting 2nd in the point standings, and he's been one of the big 3 in the trucks. But honestly, folks, he just hasn't been able to break through and park it in victory lane. He's been battling hard all season with Aaron Garcia, Charles Jackson, Jesse Carlson, Dawson Brush, and many others who have wins and have just seemed to, I don't know, overcome those challenges a little bit better each and every week. It seems like every time Landon Jenkins is going to park in a victory lane, somebody else has a better handling truck that night and just seems to hold on or catch him at the very end. Now, due to these connection issues, this is going to put Dustin Hardy all the way up into 3rd, and it's the highest he's ever run in a NOSSCAR Tailgate Truck Series race.
One thing I'd like to add is another truck actually popped up like on the inside of the map there at the exact same time as the 45. I'm not sure who it was though.
Yeah, I'll see if I can figure that out. Thank you for letting us know. And I believe it was Timmy Brown. We made a mistake earlier saying that he was parked and done for the day, but then he all of a sudden started rolling again. He kind of psyched us out, but this time it appears that he truly might be off the track and done for the day. He's parked down there towards the exit of turn 4, right before you come back to the start-finish line. And Timmy is looking pretty motionless. The crew's not in a hurry to work on the truck right now. Looks like it is terminal. The battle for the lead is on. They're going to catch a group of about 5 trucks to put them 1 lap down, and that's going to happen in about another lap or 2, and it's going to really shake things up between the 24 and the 02. They look very evenly matched at this point, but if they get to battling for the lead, if they get trapped in this lap traffic, I really think that it might open the door for the 44 to catch them, and there was a big crash there. 2 lap trucks got into each other, and one of them went right up and into the side of the 02 of Landon Jenkins. Landon went up and bounced off the outside wall. He falls back to 3rd now with heavy front end damage. He's going to need to fix that on pit road at the end of the stage, and he'll likely lose a little bit more track position in that process. That was kind of scary to watch and very unexpected to watch. It might have even been caused by a lag. I'm not too sure, but all of a sudden one of those lap trucks went flying up into the side of another one. And there was a few lead lap trucks right there in that group, and one of them had nowhere to go, and that was Landon Jenkins in the 02. Justin Hardy in the 44 advances his way to 2nd, and he's only behind the leader by about, I don't know, I'd say about 12 truck lengths, maybe 14 truck lengths. depending on where they are on the track at that current time. Jordan Routon has worked his way to the third place position, that number 18 Toyota Tundra. Looking pretty strong here tonight. There's Jordan Green, 6-time NOSSCAR champion. 95 career NOSSCAR wins. With a truck that just had a problem right in front of him. I believe it was Sean Lucas in the 32, so Jordan's going to go to the inside, complete the pass, and now he's right behind Dawson Brush in the 23. Connor Brown trying to get around his team owner, Landon Jenkins. He knows that Landon has a bit of a wounded truck after the most recent events that have taken place in this stage. Now he's just trying to work his way to the inside and work his way back inside the top 5 before the end of the stage if he can. It's been eventful so far. Throw it down to in-race reporter Alex Tesdall, driving the number 98 Ford F-150. Alex, how many laps to go? How's the truck feeling? And what's the vibe like out there on this racetrack as you try to stay only 1 lap down?
13 to go for the leader. Or the 12. Might be, yeah, I think it's 12.
10-4. And yeah, what's been the biggest challenge for you in this race so far?
Honestly, just trying to find the pace and leaders are, because like my truck feels all right. It's just I can't find the speed these leaders have been running.
Yeah, it's kind of the same story I often hear from a lot of different drivers, myself included. Like I don't know, the trucks seem to handle pretty good here and seem to feel pretty good here. It's just, I don't know, some drivers seem to have the speed and some drivers don't, and I don't know exactly what certain drivers do and other drivers don't, but there's definitely some small adjustment here or there, or a certain preset slider that really helps you. There's got to be something that Donnie McBride and Aaron Garcia know that all of us don't. Seem to be in a bit of a world on their own here. I'd also like to point out Destin Hardy in the 44 has gained a considerable amount of distance on the race leader Aaron Garcia, and it really began with when he caught the most recent pack of trucks to put them 1 lap down. It kind of looked like that Destin was able to negotiate his way through the traffic a little bit quicker and easier, and now he's only about 5 to 7, maybe 8 truck lengths at the very most separating the top 2, rather than about 14 just a couple of laps ago. Under 10 laps remaining here in stage 4. And again, folks, I should take the time to explain why this is stage 4. Last Tuesday we had some connection issues. We decided to make stage 1 and stage 2 official before we had to close the lobby and try to postpone and reschedule here for tonight. We are counting both of those stages last week. We're going to count the 2 stages here tonight as well. And for the first time, the NOSSCAR Eldora Dirt Derby will be a 250, folks, rather than a 150.
Wouldn't it technically be a 300?
No, sir, because we didn't quite complete the first one.
Oh, yeah. My bad.
All good, all good. It's been a brain twister for me, too, all day long, thinking about this and what we should do. And in all fairness, in order to reward the drivers that got those top 5 finishes in stages last Tuesday and reward everyone for coming, seems to be the right thing to do. And we've rewarded some more here tonight as well. Donnie McBride Jr., he won the first stage of the night and third stage of the event. Aaron Garcia finished 2nd. Jordan Routon finished 3rd. Landon Jenkins finished 4th. Dustin Hardy finished 5th. That was in the first stage of tonight, stage 3 of the event. And Aaron Garcia closing in on another stage win here in his NOSSCAR Tailgate Truck Series season. I was looking up the statistics for the Motormaster Series last night. 29 stage wins for Aaron Garcia and Motormaster on Mondays so far this season, along with his 8 wins and 20 top 5s. It's been the man to beat here in 2023 on NASCAR Heat 5, and he was the biggest challenger for the legendary Matt Smith before Matt decided to hang him up. We always knew Aaron was going to rewrite the record books at some point or another, and looks like that's exactly what he's doing. This is the end of stage 4, the second stage of the night, and the fourth and final short stage of the Eldora 250. And let me know who fifth was.
Fifth was Ian.
Okay. All right, guys. Aaron Garcia, Dustin Hardy, Jordan Roughton, Aiden Cody, and Connor Brown, your top 5 here from Stage 4 at Eldora Speedway. It's the 6th annual NOSSCAR Eldora Dirt Derby. We only had 2 former race winners for this event in tonight's field, and both of them are now off the racetrack and done for the day. We are guaranteed a fresh winner, folks. A brand new winner for this event will be crowned here at some point tonight. Final stage time. Here we go. They are green. Dustin Hardy, Jordan Roughton lead them to the line, and they are side by side, bouncing off each other a little bit through turns 1 and 2. They're going for it. Both of them are looking for that first win of the season. Dustin Hardy in the 44 is looking for that first career NOSSCAR win in any series on any platform. Connor Brown, the youngster in that all-black number 3 truck. No sponsors on that machine. He's battling hard there with Dustin Franklin for 3rd and 4th. Dustin in the 38 Ford F-150 coming to life here the longer the race goes. New leader Jordan Roughton. Hopefully the voice holds up for everybody. And Dustin's not going to let him get away. He's not going to give up so easily here. Took a look to the inside, going through 3 and 4. Couldn't quite get it to stick down there. It's hard to get these trucks to stick anywhere. And I'm not too sure why, but Aaron Garcia in the 24 is a little bit mired in traffic here for the restart in the final stage. Restarted in 7th, has worked his way up to side-by-side battle for 5th with Aiden Cody. It looks like now 24 is going to prevail. He's now worked his way back inside of the top 5. Landon Jenkins in the 02 trying to go with him. It's a race between the 24 and the 02 to see which one can get back to the front the soonest and try to run away from the rest of the field and the other driver. And could you imagine, folks, Jordan Roughton parking it in victory lane last night for Motormaster Series action. And could you imagine the very next night, the following night, parking in a victory lane here for a truck race at Eldora, winning a crown jewel event? It could happen. He's been excited about this race all week long. It's one of his favorite tracks, one of his most competitive tracks in terms of lap times and abilities. Now he's got the lead with about a 4 truck length advantage over Dustin Hardy, and it's growing. There's been a few trucks all race long that I've noticed have just been simply getting faster and faster as the night has went on, and it's definitely been Jordan Roughton in the 18, Dustin Franklin in the 38, Connor Brown in the 3. Those trucks seem to be a little bit quicker every time we have a restart. Jordan Roughton leads, Dustin Hardy right there in 2nd, Dustin Franklin runs in 3rd. And we can tell you Aaron Garcia has worked his way up to 4th. He's now right behind Dustin Franklin in the 38, challenging for the 3rd position. And Jenkins scored in 5th, with Connor Brown scored in 6th. Dawson Brush in the 23 Chevy Silverado. We haven't spoken much about him. He's been having a quiet day up there in the top 10. He runs in 7th. And there you see him 2 wins for him here this year. 2023 NOSSCAR Tailgate Truck Series action. He's in a playoff spot as of right now. He's had a solid season. He's missed a few races, or else we think that he would have a couple more wins, that is. Throwing it down to in-race reporter Alex Tesdahl, 2022 NOSSCAR Novice Cup Series champion. Alex, we know that you've got your truck within the top 10 in line in terms of how you guys are all lined up right now, but you're trapped 1 lap down, maybe even 2. What position are you in? How's the truck feeling, and what have you learned so far at this point in the race?
Currently running P13, but I found quite a bit of pace. Like, I was able, like, you know, when the leaders put me a lap down, I spent a few laps following them and found some pace. So, like, I don't know, maybe I can take advantage of a few mistakes and maybe scrape up an alright finish.
You might be able to do that because there's a long way to go, and if you got the pace, yeah, this is the longest stage of the race, you might be able to run all the way around the track, catch some of these guys. And some of these drivers are in pretty fierce battles around the racetrack. Some of them are coming up on lap traffic here in just a bit. A lot of variables that are still going to unfold here before we crown a race winner. It's the 6th annual NOSSCAR Eldora Derby. The very first time we have went 250 laps, broken it up into 2 different sessions. And because of this format, over 24 drivers are getting a start for this race. Over 26, actually, if I'm not mistaken. There was 21 of them ready to go here for the final night of Eldora Dirt Derby action. And right now, they're all chasing. Jordan Routon in the 18. Dustin Hardy runs in 2nd in the 44. Aaron Garcia, your points leader, scored in 3rd. He restarted this stage in 7th, and he's slowly been able to work his way back up to 3rd. And he's trying to run down the top 2. He's found the tailgate of the 44. Remember, Landon Jenkins was involved in a crash in the 2nd stage of the night and 4th stage of the event. Heavy front-end damage after 2 lap trucks crashed into him and also just in front of him. He's worked his way back up into 4th after restarting in 9th. You see him in the 02. Destin Franklin right behind him in the 38, runs in 5th. Connor Brown in the 3. He's been in and out of the top 5 all night long, but he's been in the top 10 for sure all night long. He runs in 6th. Oh, and Dustin Franklin went up and found the outside wall coming out of turn 4, and that's going to open the door for Connor Brown in the 3. Connor is going to take the 5th position away, and now it looks like the 38 is beginning to have a little bit of connection issues. That truck's spiking around a little bit. And many of these drivers are in a group chat. They can notify the others when it's happening. And I think that's what happened. It kind of looked like Dustin Franklin lifted and moved over and let the 23 of Dawson Brush go. And that was for 6th. Dawson up to P6. That's the highest he's run all race long. I'll tell you one thing. Dustin Hardy is doing a great job up here. He's had a top 5 truck ever since the drop of the green flag, but he's doing a terrific job holding off arguably the fastest truck left on the racetrack. The 45 was the favorite to win, and now he is off the track and done for the day. The 20 of Brett Baker was another favorite. He's off the track, done for the day. Tanner Swaley in the 22, off the track, done for the day. This is really setting up for a wild battle between Jordan Routon and Dustin Hardy for their first truck win of the season. Maybe even drivers like Landon Jenkins and Connor Brown as well. The only one trying to spoil the party is the 24 of Aaron Garcia, and he just drove it in a little deeper and got into the tailgate of the 44. I'll be honest, I think that was a little bit of an intimidation move, but I think it actually helped the 44 of Dustin Hardy. It looked like the 44 and 24 both gained a little bit of ground on your race leader, Jordan Routon, because of it. Just a little bit of bump drafting here at Eldora. Never seen anything like that.
Okay then.
Yeah, it was a good shot, and it just kind of looked like it gave the 44 some speed. It gave them some momentum. And yeah, they ran down the 18 by a truck length that one lap. I think it's opened back up now ever since, but that was wild. Now the 24 gets a bumper to the inside of the 44, Dustin Hardy. Dustin drives way into turn 1 to try to keep the 24 behind him. And he did. I'm just surprised because it looked like he gave up a lot of time doing so. It kind of looked like the 24 was going to be able to get a run and go to the bottom if he wanted to. But he didn't. Good action here at Eldora. Everybody wants to win a crown jewel NOSSCAR event. And this is definitely one of them. Definitely one of the more fun ones as well. And while they battle for second, third, and fourth, the race leader, Jordan Roughton, beginning to put some distance now on them, whereas they were actually looking like they were catching him a bit before. Landon Jenkins in the 0-2 dives to the inside. This is for third. The next truck behind this group is Connor Brown in the 3s. Got about 20 truck lengths, though, to gain on all of these drivers, but if they keep battling like this, maybe he will. And we're going to throw it down to in-race reporter Alex Hesdahl, driver of that number 98 Ford F-150. Alex, can you give us a bit of a better idea as to how many laps are remaining in this race?
Just a sec here. It'll be 25 to go when the leader hits the line.
And based on what you've seen, who do you think has the speed out there? You've raced amongst the leaders, you've raced amongst the guys mid-pack, you've lapped trucks, you've been lapped. Who do you think's got the goods here tonight at Eldora?
The guys left up there, I think it might be between the 18, the 44, and the 24.
That's a safe bet, that's for sure. And the 0-2 of Landon Jenkins has just jumped into this mix as well. He has worked his way around the 24 and into third place, now following one of his own drivers, and that is Dustin Hardy in the 44. You gotta wonder in these kinds of moments, how hard is the 0-2 gonna push to try to pass one of his own drivers, knowing that he is also trying to get that first career win. Should be interesting. And another thing I'd like to mention, folks, we have been caution-free all race long, but the cautions are on, so if one comes out, this changes the complexion of the entire event, and in a big way. There's Sean Lucas. Had a solid season in 2023 for trucks and Motormaster. He won a stage at one of the tracks just last night for the NOSSCAR Motormaster Series. He's having a good run here at Eldora. He's had great speed. He's still on the lead lap. He's in the top 10. It's going to be a good day for him unless the 94 of Kenny Adair tries to get into him, and he did. There was contact between the 94 and the 32, but it ended up going a little bit worse for the driver of the 94, Kenny Adair, 2018 NOSSCAR Truck Series champion. He's got a ton of front-end damage, and now he finds himself right in front of your race leader, Jordan Roughton. Jordan's going to need to be very careful working his way through this traffic. Now we can tell you, Trey Hollywood has already let the leader go, the 8 truck. He's good friends with Jordan Roughton outside of NOSSCAR racing, so I knew that there wasn't going to be much of a battle between those two. But these lap trucks, it's really allowed Dustin Hardy in the 44 to close in. Trey Hollywood is running just in front of the 44, and it looks like he's making life a little bit difficult for Dustin, and now contact being made between the two as they both try to battle for the bottom to work their way around the 94 of Kenny Adair. Ooh. And nearly a slide job by the 24 of Aaron Garcia. Contact was nearly made there by those two. Jenkins in the 0-2. We got a truck around. It was Dustin Hardy in the 44. I didn't see exactly what started it, but he was up there in second trying to run down Jordan Roughton to get that first career win. And I'm sure we're going to hear about it. I can already tell just by how he's driving. The 44 driver is not happy with whatever just happened. Alex, throwing it down to you, buddy. Did you see anything?
No, I'm all alone where I am.
Yeah, you're innocent, eh? You're not one of the witnesses.
Nope.
I saw nothing. I'm not involved.
Precisely.
Very good. Sometimes that's the best way to do it. And I don't know what happened. I'm beginning to wonder if the 8 of Trey Hollywood had something to do with it. And I'm beginning to wonder if maybe the 94 of Kenny Adair had something to do with it, because he's got some front end damage, though I do know most of that was there before when I last looked at him. Yeah, I'm not sure. All I do know that Dustin Hardy is no longer in contention to win this race. There's under 20 laps to go here in the 6th annual NOSSCAR Eldora Dirt Derby. And for the very first time, we're going 250 laps, folks. 100 laps were completed last Tuesday. We had a bit of a weather delay, you could call it. Connection issues. And we're back here tonight running another 150 laps with stages on again. So in the end, this race will be officially scored as a 5-stage race, 4 of them for those stage points. And then, of course, the final stage where we decide where everybody finishes. Bit of a unique format this year due to the connection issues we experienced last Tuesday. History being made in a couple of different ways here this week for NOSSCAR. And Jordan Roughton looking to hold on and claim a win here in the NOSSCAR Tailgate Truck Series for the first time in a long time.
He's got 9 laps to go. 8 this time.
10-4, thank you. So 8 laps remaining. Jordan Roughton still leads in that 18. Looking to hang on and make some history here. And it's the, I was going to say it's the 0-2 of Landon Jenkins, I believe, scored in second. I'm having a bit of a tough time trying to figure that out right now. Because something has happened to the 24 of Aaron Garcia as well. He's got heavy front end damage. Not only is he not in second anymore, but I believe he's lost third in the process. And yes, folks, it's Jordan Roughton in the 18 leading with about 6 laps remaining. The 0-2 of Landon Jenkins is the next truck behind him. He runs in second. Connor Brown in the 3, the rookie, all the way up to third, looking to steal the show. And Aaron Garcia in that 24 has dropped back to 4th, and he's trying to hold off Dawson Brush, who runs in 5th. It's never over until it's over. And a lot of late race developments here at Eldora have really changed the complexion of this race. And
There's 3 to go this time.
It really hindered the chances of some of these drivers parking at a victory lane here tonight. And I have just had statistics handed to me here up in the broadcast booth, folks, and I can confirm with you, I can tell you, Jordan Roughton is going for that very first NOSSCAR Tailgate Truck Series win. He has 3 career wins in the NOSSCAR Motormaster Series, looking to make it number 1 here in trucks. And what a race to win. If you're going to pick anyone, this is definitely one of the top 3 to 5 choices, maybe even the ultimate for all of these drivers. And coming around now, I believe Jordan's going to see the white flag this time by to signal.
Checkered.
Ah, thank you. And coming at a 4, the checkered flag is in the air. Jordan Roughton has done it, folks. He wins the 6th annual NOSSCAR Eldora Dirt Derby and claims his first career NOSSCAR Tailgate Truck Series win. claimed his third career Motormaster win just last night, and now his first Tailgate Truck Series win here tonight. He's on a winning spree, folks. And please don't forget the photos of the results.
Already on it.
Thank you, brother. And another thing, folks, Jordan Roughton becomes the 16th different driver to become a Triple Crown winner here in NOSSCAR, holding a win in all three of the top tier series for NOSSCAR on NASCAR Heat 5. He's got 1 win in Platinum Cup, 3 wins in Motormaster, and now he's finally parked it in victory lane for the very first time in his NOSSCAR Tailgate Truck Series career. Congratulations to Jordan Roughton. We're going to get a word from him in just a couple of minutes before we sign off for the evening. And now you will see a blue screen here for just a couple of seconds, folks. We're going to get him in here. We got to hear from our race winner. And we are now being joined in the broadcast booth by our race winner here, folks. The 6th annual NOSSCAR Eldora Dirt Derby winner is Jordan Roughton, the driver of the number 18 Toyota Tundra. It's his first career NOSSCAR Tailgate Truck Series win. And after a huge win last night for him in the Motormaster Series, it just seems like things are going his way, buddy. Things are going your way, and you're on a bit of a roll. What's been different for you lately? How are you parking in a victory lane so frequently?
Just kind of focus a little more, and if you want to know something, me and some of the other guys that we've been running into each other, we've kind of settled it down, and I think I focused more on the racing line than trying to get back at somebody's back bumper. I think that kind of, even kill mentality going into the races, I think that kind of helped me out.
Eldora is one of your best tracks. You've always been excited about this one every single year when it's coming up. What about this track suits you, and what about this track allows you to show off the talents that you naturally have?
Well, I guess third time's a charm, right? Got wrecked out by Ryan's truck last year or 2 to go, something like that. But everybody knows I'm wide ass open, and I like to be sideways, and I like to be in flat out. So I guess it kind of like suits me. I like to be sideways and haul ass. So I mean that's just kind of how I like to, go. And I've always liked this racetrack. I've always felt like I'm a dirt guy. And me and some other guys in here, we have a lot of fun racing on dirt outside of just league races. So, I mean, it's kind of like getting my hands dirty.
And it being your first career truck win, you have now become the 16th different driver in NOSSCAR history to become a Triple Crown winner, holding a win in Platinum Cup, Motormaster, and Trucks. What does an accolade like that mean to you?
That's pretty cool. Only being on the 16th one, seems pretty good, considering how long most of y'all guys have been racing together. And the fact that I'm up there in that class is kind of fun, and I like that. I like it a lot.
Was there a key moment in this race where you thought, man, I've got this. Everything's going my way. As long as I hold on and do what I need to do, there's no way I can lose this.
Yeah, when Pickle put the last two, the second and third place guys in the wall, coming off the 4, I was like, all right, I've already got a second and a half lead. He grew to about 2 seconds, 3 seconds, but not gonna lie, got a little nervous up there with Shadow when he got up there. Alex and I actually texted him a couple of days or a day ago or so, telling him, like, he knows my personal feelings on him, and I know his, and we just kind of said we're gonna squash the beef, and I was really happy. Didn't know if he was gonna hold his word or not, because I've not held my word with him multiple times, and he got out of the way. And raced me hard. I know he didn't want to go a lap down, but I do appreciate him getting out of the way. And I'm going to tell you something. Somebody else I was really happy to see running well was Dusty. I mean, Dusty Franklin really did. He's not a dirt guy at all. He did pretty good. I think he finished in the top 10. So overall, pretty good race. Thanks to Juicy J Motorsports. Came over this year to be a full-time driver in all 3 series for him. So he's got it hooked up, and like you said, I won last night. So appreciate all my buddies, Trey Hollywood, like I said, Dustin, King, Country, Juicy, you, a lot of y'all guys I've been racing with for 4 or 5 years. I appreciate all y'all letting me race here, and it's been a lot of fun.
You're on a roll, buddy. You won at Michigan last night in the Motormaster Series. You won tonight here for Eldora, the Truck Series. You are a Triple Crown winner, and you're locked into the playoffs for both Trucks and Motormaster. Congratulations, buddy, and good luck to you the rest of the night.
Appreciate it.
And that was Jordan Roughton, the driver of the number 18 Toyota Tundra, the winner here of the 6th annual NOSSCAR Dirt Derby at Eldora. And I'd like to just make a side note here. The very first time he has won at Eldora for the 4-stage format. This was a wild one, and this was not easy to get in, Alex. We've had some connection issues over the last couple of weeks on NASCAR Heat 5. Seems like the later the evening goes, the connection gets a little bit worse, and it's tough to get these races in. I'm glad we got this one in. Give us some final thoughts for how Eldora went from your perspective. Alex, do you have a copy?
Yep, I got you.
I apologize.
Moment.
No problem. I had a connection issue there for just a moment. I wanted to get some final thoughts from you about Eldora before we sign off for the evening.
It was an overall pretty fun race. I am not a dirt guy, and I struggled out there. I did find some pace late, but I was already 2 laps down at the time, so a little too late. But yeah, honestly, my hands kind of hurt after wrestling that truck around for 150 laps. But yeah, overall pretty fun. I had not much comments other than dirt's not my thing. On to the next one.
Absolutely. Honestly, not my thing either, but always fun to watch, always fun to be a part of, always a special event every year where it's a special event every year because it gives everybody a chance to win a NOSSCAR Tailgate Truck Series race that otherwise every week normally would not have that same chance. And one of these dirt drivers, one of these dirt experts, when they come out here to the Tailgate Truck Series event at Eldora, sometimes they can make miracles happen. We've seen it in the past with Tanner Swaley and a few others. Tonight, we saw it with the driver of the 18, Jordan Roughton. First career truck win for him. 16th driver to become a Triple Crown winner, and a whole lot to celebrate about for his team, especially this week, having 2 wins in 2 different series here this week for NOSSCAR competition. That's going to do it, folks. The 6th annual Eldora Derby is in the history books. Over 25 drivers participated, 250 laps, 5 stages in total, 4 of them that offered the small amount of points. And at the end of it all, when the smoke cleared, it was Jordan Roughton winning his first career truck race. From all of us here at NOSSCAR, we're saying so long, and until next time, stay fast, folks.